When you're trying to determine if a skincare product is going to be for you, you take into consideration skin needs like your skin type as well as your skin condition. But there is a small group of products that really you need your skin type and you need your skin condition, but you also have a list of skin wants, things that you want the product to do for you, and they're always very individual. I'm thinking about products like, of course, sunscreen is probably the hardest product to get right, but I'm also thinking moisturizers. Moisturizers can be tricky because yeah, they gotta fit your skin type and your condition, but you also want it to be like not making you greasy in the middle of the afternoon. Maybe it gives a really nice finish that absorbs quickly so you can go in with makeup right away. Maybe you need something that's going to help protect your skin against transepidermal water loss. And that's where things start to get complicated, right? Because it's not just about your skin type or your condition, but it's about your skin's wants. So give this video a big thumbs up because today I've got 6 different moisturizers for you that I've categorized based on skin needs, but also a long list of skin wants. So this video has 3 different categories, and the first one that I want to talk about is when skin wants something that is light and breathable and non-suffocating on the skin. These are the 2 moisturizers that you might want to look at. So first up is the Klairs Freshly Juiced Vitamin E Mask. Now this is traditionally a sleeping pack, but this is one of those hybrid sleeping packs that can also be used as a wash-off mask and can also be used as a moisturizer. Now there's a lot of sleeping packs out there that will claim that it can do all 3 of these things. To be honest with you, this is the only one that really truly, at least for me and my skin, actually works as an effective moisturizer. So I actually used this as a moisturizer for like 4 months straight last year, and I absolutely loved it. So I actually really recommend this one for a skin condition of dehydrated. I also think this is better for people who maybe have combo skin that's kind of veering more towards the dry side, because this is definitely a little bit more of a nourishing cream. Now remember, this is really first and foremost a sleeping pack that can also function as a moisturizer. So you might want to avoid this one if your skin is a little bit more sensitive to really nourishing types of ingredients. So the texture on this one is super interesting. This is called a pudding texture, or sometimes it's referred to as a memory cream. And basically what this is, it's a very like jelly, jiggly type of cream. It's actually totally skintertainment because when you scoop into the jar, it's like this really bouncy texture, but then it actually, this is why it's called memory cream. It actually returns to its shape. So once you've scooped out of the jar, if you go back into the jar like 10 minutes later, the entire surface of the cream will be like glass smooth again. It's really cool. It has nothing to do with how the product works, but it's just a really cool thing. It's very satisfying to always see it's like super smooth and perfect looking when you open the jar. So this, even though it's kind of this weird bouncy texture, this actually starts to melt into the skin once you drag it across your skin. It starts to immediately absorb into the skin, melt into the skin. It feels very nourishing, and yet it's super light. Remember, this is really designed to be a sleeping pack first and foremost, which means that it's going to create a thin layer. It's really meant to be layered on top of additional skincare. So it really does perform like the most nutrient packed and the most nourishing packed way that it can in the thinnest and lightest layer possible. And that is really nice. It creates a really nice nourishing cream that's very beneficial for your skin, but it's lightweight and breathable. Now this, ingredients wise and feeling wise and performance wise, this is really a balanced cream in my opinion. This is balanced between humectants, which draw a lot of hydration into your skin, as well as more occlusive and moisturizing ingredients. So this is a very balanced cream that's going to protect your skin from transepidermal water loss while still delivering a good amount of hydration and moisture to your skin. Now, you really only need to use a very little amount of this. This actually works really well with sunscreen on top of it, with makeup. It really doesn't pill, but you have to remember to not use so much of it. You really just need like a pea-sized amount, and that's about it. Benefits on this cream that you're really going to notice is the fact that it really makes your skin glow, and it can really brighten up your skin. So star ingredients here are going to be niacinamide. We also have adenosine, and obviously we have the superstar ingredient here, vitamin E, a great antioxidant for your skin. So we definitely have some really nice brightening properties to this. However, this cream is actually designed to be used in conjunction with a vitamin C, because vitamin E and vitamin C actually boost the benefits of each other. So if you're actually happen to be using a vitamin C in your routine, and then you use this as your moisturizer or your sleeping pack, it actually will really give you quick brightening benefits. So this is a really good one if you're looking to lighten hyperpigmentation or just get a really beautiful and healthy glowy look to your skin. So the next moisturizer in our light, breathable, and non-suffocating category is the Misha Bridal Cream in Intense Aqua. This is important to get the Intense Aqua because there's 2 other versions out there. Now this is really, I recommend this one more for dehydrated skin. Of course, if you're struggling with dehydration, this will be great for you. But this is also really great if you have combo skin or slightly more oily skin. This is going to be a little bit more lighter weight than the Klairs vitamin E mask is. Now you will want to avoid this one if you're sensitive to any type of synthetic fragrance. Now this is a very, very, very light scent. I honestly don't really even smell too much on this cream, but fragrance is present in the ingredients list, and if you prefer to avoid, just want to let you know it is there. So the texture on this is described as an icy sorbet, and it's a really, really unique texture. What's interesting about this is when you open it up, it actually reminds me of a cleansing balm because it kind of has that appearance to it, but it doesn't feel like that on the skin. When you actually glide this across your skin, it feels so silky smooth, and it actually has this like really refreshing and very hydrating feel as you spread it across your skin. It's amazing. It just really feels so refreshing, and I think that's where the Intense Aqua feeling comes from. It feels so nice. When this kind of like absorbs in the skin, and does absorb like lightning fast, by the way, this is a very quick absorbing cream. One of the benefits to this really is the fact that you can go in immediately with your sunscreen or your makeup without having to wait, like without any like absorbing time or dry time. It's amazing. But it creates this really beautiful silky canvas on your skin. And this cream, even though it is heavy on the occlusive side, now not heavy in weight, but it just has a lot of occlusivity to it, which means it's very protective to your skin if you're suffering from transepidermal water loss, like severe amounts of transepidermal water loss. This will be a really good cream to kind of help lock down your skincare layers, kind of keep them in place. But even though it has all that occlusivity to it, it's also very balanced with hydration. It feels hydrating when you're putting it onto your skin, and it has a good amount of humectants in it that kind of keep your skin hydrated throughout the day. So it's a very nice balanced cream, but it's got a little bit more protective abilities to it than the Klairs cream does. Now this, as I said, this creates a really beautiful canvas for your skin, which actually, I think that's where the bridal cream part of this comes in, because it's supposed to really like prep you for your big day. And that's really the benefit to this cream, because your makeup will just look better with this underneath it, or your sunscreen will just go on smoother. It just creates a really nice canvas. Your skin looks really, really pretty. Even if you don't wear makeup, it just creates a really nice little like primer or canvas effect to your skin that I really appreciate. Plus, this is a time saver. It's super breathable. It's super lightweight. This is actually my choice. I use this a lot in the summertime. I've been loving this because it protects my skin, keeps my skincare locked down while still being light and breathable and not oppressive to my skin. So the second category of moisturizers that I have for you in this video are moisturizers that are highly humectant, that really plump up your skin with a lot of hydration, and they give you that choke feeling that a lot of us crave. These are creams that are really heavy on the hyaluronic acid. So the first cream that I want to talk about is the Hada Labo Gokujyun Hyaluronic Cream. This is an old favorite of mine. I love this cream for its juicy plumping effect. This one is really best for combo and oily skin types. And this is definitely, you have to use this cream if you have some humidity in the air. Again, this is really heavy on hyaluronic acid, and if you're living in a dry climate or like a desert type of climate, it's really not going to work well for you. So avoid that if you're in a dry climate or a dry season. In fact, I actually, the winters here are dry, but the summers are quite humid. And I only grab this cream in the summertime because it just doesn't work very well in dry climates. So this has a really thin texture to it, and it glides across the skin really, really nicely. It doesn't have any like real weight to it at all. However, because it's really heavy on hyaluronic acid, it can actually dry to a sticky finish. So my pro tip for you is to actually use a little bit less than you would think that you need. Really, a little bit goes a long way with this cream. So just start with a tiny amount. If you feel you need more, go in for more, but that will definitely cut down on the stickiness. Or if you're a big fan of misting, if you mist right on top of this, it will definitely cut down on the stickiness, but don't be surprised by that finish. Now, this contains quite a few different low molecular weight hyaluronic acid, and that actually really draws a lot of hydration deep into your skin. And that actually that's kind of what creates that plumping action. That's why people love hyaluronic acid so much, because it creates this really beautiful plumping action on your skin. Ingredients wise though, this is pretty heavy on the humectants and very light on the moisturizers and the occlusive type of ingredients. So it's not the most balanced cream in the world. And if you're suffering from a lot of transepidermal water loss, this may not be for you. This is going to be better for more balanced skin types, because if you're dealing with water loss, you probably need a little bit more moisture, a little bit more protection on your skin. This cream just really doesn't provide that. This is really just about drawing a lot of hydration into your skin and really plumping it up. But for those of you with a lot of water loss on your skin, we've got plenty of other options on this list for you. Speaking of better options for dehydrated skin while still getting that choke feeling and that real humectant benefit that you might be craving, this is the Beauty of Joseon Dynasty cream, another old-time favorite of mine. Now again, this one is going to be a little bit better for those struggling with dehydration on their skin, water loss, transepidermal water loss, but this is also going to serve those of you who have combo skin that might be slightly more on the dry side, because we're looking at a slightly more moisturizing and balanced cream with this one. Now this is a cream to avoid if you are again sensitive to artificial fragrance. The scent on this one, super light. I find it quite pleasant, but again, if you prefer to not see the word fragrance on your ingredients list, it is here and you might want to avoid. Okay, so texture on this one is weird. It's so weird, and it's very skin-tertainment. This is a very stringy cream. If you guys ever used Elmer's glue, like in school, the white glue that's kind of stringy, it's kind of basically just like that. Very odd texture, probably the weirdest one on this list, but still kind of entertaining. That aside, this is a very humectant cream, but it's very balanced with moisturizers in it as well, lightweight moisturizers. This is a very lightweight cream, but it does bring a lot of nourishment to the skin that was kind of lacking for the Hada Labo, which is why I like that one a little bit better for slightly more on the oily side. This Dynasty cream is best for those who are a little bit more on the dry side. You need just a little bit more nourishment in your life. This cream really provides it in a lightweight and very breathable layer, while still giving you the benefits of that really plump and choke skin with the humectants in this cream. Now, ingredients list on this is pretty exciting. Part of the reason why I like this cream so much is it's kind of the best of K-beauty when it comes to extracts. It has a lot of wonderful and beneficial extracts in the cream, and it actually pulls on a lot of the traditional Korean hangbang ingredients, ginseng, licorice roots, horse chestnut, things like that. It's really interesting and exciting ingredients list, but beyond that, it also has so many beautiful ingredients for your barrier. This is again a reason why I'm really pushing this one if you have a little bit more transepidermal water loss, because you want to strengthen up your barrier just a little bit. And this has so many beautiful barrier ingredients in it without being heavy, greasy, without leaving a finish on the skin, which a lot of really good barrier moisturizers are almost a little bit too rich, right? This is really good for you guys who don't want that really rich feeling with your cream but still want protection. So just to name a few of the great ingredients that are in here, we've got niacinamide, centella, shea butter, ceramides. We also have phytosphingosine, which are all beautiful barrier ingredients. So fantastic cream, but still lightweight. So what about skin that wants comforting? Maybe skin that is feeling very irritated, maybe very dry skin, skin that is going through a sensitivity. This category is for you. This is skin that wants comforting. And the first cream that I have for you is really great for those of you who have really dry skin. This is also great if you're going through sensitivity or irritation. This is the Olivarrier Emollient Extra Comfort Cream. And this one is, like I said, great for dry skin, but you may want to avoid this one if you are sensitive to coconut oil. So texture on this one, she's thick. This is a thick cream, and really the description of this cream is in the name, right? Extra emollient comfort cream. Gives you an idea of how it's going to feel on the skin. It actually absorbs into your skin really quickly though. I feel a lot of the creams that kind of corner that like comforting market tend to be very heavy or overly rich, and this cream is not that. This cream absorbs in the skin quickly. It does nourish the skin at a deep level, but it's actually more of a medium weight cream than a heavy feeling cream, and it's definitely not light, but it's more moderate. It's more medium weight, which is impressive to me. It's not heavy wearing at all. Now there is a little bit of a finish on this one. There's a little bit, just a little bit, not greasiness, but just a little richness to it. However, that being said, I really didn't find this to interfere with anything I put on top of it. This is a little bit more of a rich finish, although if your skin's pretty dry, you really don't mind it that much, but it's not anything that's going to be too overly greasy for you. Benefits to this one, obviously deep moisture, but is also going to really soothe your skin because it contains 5% panthenol along with a whole host of like really deep, rich moisturizers. And that panthenol is great because it's an excellent skin soother. So if you're going through skin that is overly dry, or maybe you're having like a really bad issue with your moisture barrier, which is making your skin dry, tight, and irritated, this is going to be a great cream to really soothe your skin, moisturize your skin, protect your skin, while still being very gentle and not overly oppressive or heavy on your skin. Now, next up is the Iope Derma Repair Cica Cream. This is the Korean name. It is also marketed in the US under the name Derma Gentle Cica Cream. It is the same ingredients list, just slightly different name, so don't get confused. But this is a really great cream if you have dehydrated skin combo to slightly more dry skin, but this is also an incredible treatment for skin that is sensitive or damaged, and this could be a good option for those of you struggling with your moisture barrier. Now, the ingredients list, I cannot fault this ingredients list at all. You know, I've been saying avoid it if. I have a really hard time finding an avoid if on this. It's a beautiful, mild, gentle ingredients list, no alcohol, no fragrance, no essential oils. So I guess I'm just gonna have to say avoid it if you're sensitive to any of the ingredients in the list, but this is a beautiful, beautiful ingredients list. Texture on this one, I really do describe this as being somewhat ointment-like, and that is not a bad categorization by any means, but I'm trying to describe the feeling that when you spread this across your skin, it's like it creates this really thin and protective layer on your skin, much like a healing salve or ointment might protect a wound by creating a really beautiful like shield on it. That being said, it's not a heavy cream at all. This is actually, for being such a protective and anti-irritation cream, it's so light on the skin. Absorbs really deeply and feels very nourishing, but on the top layer, it has no finish to it. It dries so quickly, and it has no like richness to it. It has no grease to it. It's something that you can immediately go in with a sunscreen or a makeup immediately afterwards. There's no absorbing time. This doesn't sit on top of your skin or anything like that. It's just such an elegantly formulated cream, especially with the texture and how it sits on your skin. But what I really love about this is that it really does calm down irritation on your skin quite quickly. It has a good amount of madecassoside in it, which is, we know, a very beautiful anti-irritation ingredient, and also a barrier helper to can really help your moisture barrier in the long run. But what I really like about this is that it can really protect you against transepidermal water loss. It's a mostly occlusive cream, but it does have some good moisturizing to it. It has a slight amount of humectant to it. So it actually just creates a really nice lightweight protective barrier basically on your skin. So this is really good if you're suffering from dehydration or water loss or barrier issues. This is actually a pretty good finish, pretty good function to this cream as well. But there's something about this cream that really seems like it just kind of strengthens up your skin against irritation over time. Once you start to use it longer, you feel like your skin is getting stronger, not just healing from the irritation, but like getting stronger too. It really fortifies your skin. It's such a fantastic cream. I really like this one. And if you have vulnerable skin, damaged skin, irritated skin, this is such a great cream to go to, especially if you can't handle thick and heavy creams, kind of like the Olivarrier is a little bit on the richer, heavier, kind of medium weight side. This could be a great option for those of you who can't tolerate heavy layers but need deep nourishment and healing. So that was an overview of 6 of some of my favorite moisturizers that I've used in the past couple of years, and these really do hit all kinds of different seasons, skin types, skin conditions, and they definitely have all different kinds of finishes and weights to them. And hopefully you found that really helpful, because you know, it's really such a tricky category to get just right because it's just so individual. So hopefully that gave you a little bit of a clearer picture about all of these moisturizers. So I'm curious to know, what's your favorite moisturizer right now? Let me know in the comment box below. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I release 2 new skincare videos every single week, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out when I upload the new video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I can't wait to see you in the next video, and we'll talk soon. Bye.